Hello everyone, welcome back to another video on Elite Academy. Yes, so again there is a civil war and the West Asia or the Middle East, it is in crisis. We should know about the recent resurgence of the Syria civil war and the locations related to it. Through map we will understand, and for us what is important for prelims, for us locations in news, they will be important for us. Okay, so let's start. Before we start, I am very sure that you all must have gone through this video which we published on 26th of September 2024, where we have discussed about the deadliest Lebanon crisis, the war between Israel and Hamas, Lebanon. So how it led to Hezbollah's involvement. There we have discussed through map what all we should know. So do watch that video. It is there in the link is there in the description box. In what is being called as the deadliest day in Lebanon since last Hezbollah-Israel war in 2006, till date, almost 600 people have been killed after Israel has intensified its assault in Iran-backed Hezbollah. After that video, the sequence was that making sense of the Israel-Hezbollah ceasefire and how they came to a ceasefire, and Israel gave its reasons that our army is fighting at two fronts and resource crunch and we want to take a break. There were reasons and finally they have gone for a ceasefire. But now, is this what is happening in Syria? We should know, and who is controlling Syria, the locations in news, the main actors in news, and what is happening there and why it is happening, that we should know. The most latest article is related to Syria's government loses control of key city Dara in blow to Assad, President Assad. What is it? Let's understand. But wait. Before we start, I want all of you to solve this question. With reference to geographical location of Syria, which of the following correctly describes its borders? 1, 2, 3, 4. The first is Syria shares land border with Turkey, Jordan, Lebanon and Iraq. Second is the Mediterranean Sea lies to the west of Syria. Third is Iran shares land border with Syria. And the fourth one is Israel shares a border with Syria to the southwest. You have to tell which of the four statements is or are correct. Definitely this is a very basic question related to the countries around or bordering Syria. This we should know because you will never know UPSC कैसे questions पूछ लेता है कि कौन कौन सी country है आसपास. In traditional way, if they would have framed this question, then this question would have been framed by UPSC this way as well. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then also you have to match which country is surrounding Syria. But the one which I have framed, that is another way of asking the same question. So we should be ready for the style of question can be changed any year or any time by UPSC. So we should be ready. अब ऐसा नहीं है that you have to focus only on the countries. They will mix 2, 3 concepts like Mediterranean Sea also, Israel also, and they will ask the fine details. That is how UPSC is asking questions very precise. They are going very precise, very specific. So we should be ready for any types of question, the way they are asking. Okay, you let me know the answer in the comment section and then we will discuss the answer as well. Also, I want all of you to have a look at this city and significance in the conflict, and this is related to the recent Syrian civil war. And you have to see which city was in news and related to why, the reason why they were in news, and related to that whatever information is given here is correct or not. So this is another way of asking match the following. हमें यूपीएससी से एक स्टेप अहेड रहने की कोशिश करनी है और हमें ये एम करना है कि we will be able to beat any type of such questions which is coming into the examination hall. We should be able to crack it. Okay, so here the pairs is given. You have to choose. First, Aleppo, recently recaptured by Assad's force from Hayat Tahrir al-Sham. Hama, a key central city recently seized by rebels. Darra, birthplace of 2011 uprising recently taken by opposition. And Homs, strategic city connecting Damascus to the Mediterranean coast. So you have to tell which of the pairs given above is or are correctly matched. Accordingly, you have to reach the answer. We are going to talk about it. We are going to discuss it in detail, so don't worry about it. By the end of this discussion, you will get your answers. Before we understand what is happening at present, we should know the timeline right from 2011, that is Arab Spring, then 2015, 16, 24, and in 24 November and December, we are going to talk about it one by one. Talking about 2011, in 2011, it was the start of the civil war. It was anti-government protest during the Arab Spring, which escalated into the civil war. And at that time, it was between the Syrian government forces versus the rebel groups and jihadist factions. Then came 2015. In 2015, it was Russian intervention when President Putin deployed Russian forces, turning the tide in favor of President Bashar al-Assad. And then he regained control of the key population centers like Damascus and the Alawite-dominated coastal cities. Then in 2016, Aleppo was retaken when Assad's forces, supported by Russia, Iran, Hezbollah, recaptured Aleppo after 4 years of intense fighting. Now in 2024, something has happened which is not good news for the Assad forces. And in 2024 also we will divide in November and December what all has happened. Starting with HTS in November, that is Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, they launched a surprise attack from Idlib. And further in November, HTS captured Aleppo, making a major setback for Assad regime. So 2 cities are gone. Idbil se attack hua, however it was always with them only, with the rebel groups, it was always with them, and from there they have resurged, they have attacked, they have restarted the war. And now the major problem is that what was the gain for Assad forces in 2016 Aleppo, now they have taken it in the month of November, and that is a setback for Assad government. Talking about December, rebel groups, they have captured Hama, which is a central city and government stronghold. Here also the insurgents have taken Darra city, which is a symbolic city where the uprising began in 2011. So what started in 2011, the Arab Spring started with Darra, and now in December, latest today, December 7th, 6th and 7th, you can say, they have retaken, the rebel groups, they have recaptured Darra city, which was a stronghold of the government. With this timeline, we have understood that from last 14-15 years, what is happening in Syria. Now talking about Syria, when we are talking about Syria, we should know the neighboring countries, Turkey in the north, south, we have Jordan, then Iraq, it is mostly on the eastern side and southeastern side, Iraq is there. Then here we have Israel is holding the Golan Heights, jo usne Syria se liya tha. Then we have Lebanon and we have Mediterranean Sea. So we should know the neighboring countries, where is the water body, where is the opening towards the Mediterranean Sea, or it is not there, it is touching Israel or not. All these details, if it is there, then we will be able to mark that answer correct. Okay, let's have a look at the physical map as well. Here you will find the Tigris River is there, Euphrates River, it is the longest river in Syria. So these are the main rivers, 2 important rivers. Then we have other river is there, Khabur River is there. And here if you will see here, we have Damascus, which is the capital city. And we will discuss about the cities which are in news. And they are mostly in the northern part where Turkey is there, Turkey's involvement is also there. Okay, then yeah, this is it. And then here you will find anti-Lebanon mountain is there, and rest of the cities, river we have got to know, we have seen the hilly areas, and then the opening towards Mediterranean Sea. Ye mota mota pata hona chahiye. Now if we have a look at the question, Syria shares a land border with Turkey, yes. Jordan, yes. Lebanon, Iraq, yes. This statement is right. The Mediterranean Sea lies to the west of Syria, yes. Iran shares land border with Syria, no. Israel shares border with Syria to the southwest, yes. So now we know if we eliminate 3, we will reach our answer. So the rest of the 3 statements are correct, and now you have a better conceptual clarity about the location of Syria. Location of Syria, the locations further we will understand, but its positioning in the region we have understood. Now let's have a look at the locations which are in news, the conflict regions. Okay, so here there is a map, and it is a colored map. Here you can see purple color is there. So this purple color is dominated by the Turkish military and Turkish backed opposition. Okay, especially in the northern portion. Then you can see this yellow area. This is dominated, or this is under the control of Kurdish led forces with Syrian government presence somewhere, and Kurdish forces, they had the support of US government. Okay. Lake Assad is there. Then further you should know about this orange area which is in news from last 1 month, and in the first week of December it is in news. This dark orange area where we have this city, Idlib city is there, and Idlib city is under the control of HTS, that is Hayat Tahrir al-Sham. So ye HTS ke kabze mein hai. Then the light orange, this area is captured by the opposition forces. Aleppo abhi inhone recently kiya hai, right? So ye locations hain which we should know. Then here we have Hama, and here we have Homs. Okay, and we have a port city, coastal city, Latakia and Tartus. Tartus is there. ये कुछ reasons हैं, कुछ cities के name हैं which we should know, because UPSC will ask two types of question. Either they will focus, like I have framed a question only on Syria, they might go like that as well if they want to be more specific, or they will give you the cities, locations which were in news throughout the year. There were certain locations which were in news because of the Lebanon crisis, Israel crisis and Syria crisis. They might club 2-3 locations and they can match the following with respect to the city. So that is when we are revising. But at least when we are preparing, now we should be familiar with the cities. For example, Aleppo, Idlib, Hama, Homs, Darra, then Damascus, Latakia, Tartus. When you will read the newspaper, if you are developing familiarity, you will not struggle inside the examination hall. Okay, also let's understand. Forget about the color scheme. We should understand that Damascus is the capital city, and from here, Homs, if they capture Homs, they are forwarding towards Home. It will cut the route for Damascus for the government, which is the most populous city and seat of the government. It will cut the government from the Mediterranean Sea, and from the port itself they are getting their supplies. So that way the support will be gone, right? And already we know that what is the role of Turkey, Iraq, then Russia is also involved. So broadly we have understood that these are the problems. So broadly we have understood about the cities, locations which are in news. Now if we will have a look at this question, then it will be easy for us. For example, Homs, strategic city connecting Damascus to Mediterranean coast, we have seen. Dara, birthplace of 2011 uprising recently taken by opposition, correct. Hama, a key central city recently seized by rebels, yes. Idlib, agar Idlib bhi diya ho to option mein, then you know what would be the answer. Aleppo, recently captured by Assad's forces from Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, this is wrong, this is ulta, right? This is opposite. Here, recently it has been captured by STS from Assad forces. So these locations in news and their significance in the conflict related to Syrian civil war, we should know, so that we will be able to mark any type of question which will come in the examination hall, right? So this was it in today's video, and make sure that whenever you are going through such videos, you should have all the notes with you, because by the end of the year, when you are revising your content for Prelims 2025, there would have been many cities in your notes. There will be locations related to Israel, related to Russia, Ukraine, related to Syria, related to the African countries. So if you are revising on continuous basis, on regular basis, then only you will be able to eliminate inside the examination hall. So don't try to mug up at the end. From now only, be familiar with the maps, be familiar with the locations. From the starting itself, you focus on revision. Right? So make sure that you are revising, be thorough with the notes, be thorough with the locations, and then with effective revision, you will be able to handle it. Okay? So see you all in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.